guys, I'm Aveline and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we are building another tiny house. This one is for a teen mom and her tiny human, so her toddler. And yeah, I just really wanted to build something small and simple and super colorful. So that is basically what we're doing today. This is built in Newcrest on a 20 by 20, no wait, 20 by 15, not a 20 by 20. They don't have a 20 by 20 in Newcrest, sorry. But yeah, that is what we're doing today. So we're building this small little cute, sort of like a tiny suburban house, kind of, but yeah. So remember the other day I was talking about my ramen order being canceled? I got a few comments about it in the comment section, so I thought I would just bring it up again. I think what happened was that because I ordered it, not downloaded it. You can't download ramen. What? Anyways, I ordered it on a phone app that said they were still open. But I think because the restaurant is in a street food market, I think, because we went by the street food market today just to have a look at what was going on down there, because with the virus going on and whatever, some things are closed down, and it turns out that the street food market is actually closed. So I think that's why they canceled the order. They just hadn't updated it on the app. So I think I'm gonna declare that mystery solved for now. I think that's what happened, but I'm still not entirely sure. That means I won't be able to get ramen until in like two and a half weeks from now or something, which kind of sucks, but that's life sometimes. Not to continue to talk about the virus, but it's been going a little bit crazy here in Denmark, just a tiny bit. Still not anything to panic about at all, but the numbers are definitely, because they're testing a lot of people, the numbers are definitely rising, but it's still nothing crazy. We have like 700 cases over the entire country, so it's nothing to go fully panic mode about at all. I went down to shop today and we still have toilet paper. It's all good, but it's definitely kind of weird because we are technically in lockdown, which means that people are not going to work, at least if they don't have to, sort of. Like some people will say, okay, you work from home. So people that work in stores are still working in the stores, but if you are an accountant, for example, you're working from home. Everyone who's hired by the public sector are also working from home, except if you're, working at a hospital, obviously. So we're in lockdown technically, but the country is still running and people are still outside. It's just fewer people outside. So it feels like a Sunday afternoon, even though it's a Friday afternoon, because stores here are closed on Sundays. So, but yeah, that's basically it. We just had a walk outside just to check it out and stuff, and yeah, the stores are still stocking all the food. We have plenty of toilet paper, plenty of soap, plenty of food. I think all the milk was gone, but that was about it. So anyways, yeah, life goes on. Nothing crazy is happening in Denmark. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update. I think I talked about it in the last video as well, like, oh yeah, we've not really been hit by it properly or something, but we have, but it's okay. Everything is fine. But anyways, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update. I'm gonna stop talking about it because I know that it might be anxiety inducing to some of you guys, and yeah, I don't want to add more stress to your lives. That's not what I'm about. So anyways, as you can see, I was struggling a little bit with the color scheme for the exterior of this house because I felt like I really wanted it to be like crazy colorful. But at the same time, I was looking at the house and I was like, this is a little bit too much. It's been a while since the last time I used both the orange and also the yellow swatches of the base game wallpaper, the base game wood siding. So it felt weird. This yellow, it felt weird putting it on the house. Like it was a little bit over the top. But I actually ended up using it. I really love that color, and I would want maybe another one, a wood siding with a bit more of a toned down yellow, like that would be great. Also a red actually, because I tend to not really build red houses because the red wallpapers that we have, except from the spa day one, but that's a little bit too dark, I think. So the two base game wallpapers that also come in red are a little bit too red. They're a little bit too saturated. I would want one that's a little bit more muted, and I would probably use that for something. Probably, but not gonna promise. But yeah, so unfortunately we don't have that. There's just a couple of colors that I would love to have been added to maybe the base game wallpapers, or preferably actually the spa day one, because I like the texture on that wallpaper a little bit better compared to the base game one, but I'm not gonna ask for too much. Anyways, I'm still hoping that they're gonna announce some kind of new pack sometime soon, so maybe do like a teaser on Monday maybe, and a trailer on Tuesday, maybe not this upcoming week, but the week after or something, because we just need something new. Like, I feel like it's been a long time, even though it hasn't really. It's been 2 months, but 2 months, considering the last pack that we got was a stuff pack, is still a long time. So the last like bigger pack that we got was Discover University in November, so it's been like 4 months or something, you know? So I would love a new announcement or something like that. That would be great, especially right now, just to get our minds off of stuff, like crazy stuff happening in the world. So, but I know absolutely nothing about an announcement coming up or anything like that. I don't know any teasers, or nothing has been spoiled. No one has leaked anything or anything at all. I know absolutely nothing. But I'm really hoping for an announcement sometime soon. That would be awesome. So anyways, for the interior of this house, I was not inspired by the color scheme on the exterior at all. Maybe the flower color scheme that I went for, but definitely not the yellow at all. So the interior is very kind of like pink, but not like a hot pink, more like a muted kind of pink, I want to say. So you see these tiles right here, they are from Parenthood. I use those quite a lot, but it's because they come in so many different colors, and I love the texture of the tiles as well. I like them a lot better compared to some of the base game ones. Base game items definitely need like an update or something, like an overhaul when it comes to textures, especially because if you place down one of the base game beds next to one of the cats and dogs beds, even though cats and dogs is from 2017 or something, so it's still like 2.5 years old by now, which is a long time, or which is kind of oldish, whatever. It's not that old, but still, for Sims years, it kind of is. Texture-wise, it kind of is. So if you place those two beds next to each other, the difference between the two in textures is massive. And when it comes to building and stuff, this is why I'm not good with CC, especially Alpha CC, because textures are very important to me. I like when everything is pretty and pleasing to my eyes. The shape of it is not, it's also important. Shape-wise, mesh-wise, Alpha CC is often good, but texture-wise, it just doesn't really fit in the game for me, if that makes sense. So that's why I don't really use CC like that. I could be convinced into using Maxis Mesh CC probably, but I still kind of don't really use it a lot because console players don't have access to CC, but anyways. So textures to me are very, very important. And it would just be nice. It would be really cool if they could update a couple of the base game items to have better textures. Like, that would be amazing. But I have no idea what they're planning whatsoever. I know just as much as you guys do, so just, yeah, don't think that I'm giving hints on what's coming next, because honestly, I have no freaking clue. I just really want something. Like, I really want something, so. This is the toddler's bedroom, and for their bedroom, I decided to go for, I don't really like the swatches of the toddler beds. Like, I really want either more swatches or new toddler beds or something, because they're just not that good. I think this is the only one that I kind of like, and this is I think all of them are base game actually, but yeah, this is the only one I kind of like. It's sort of beige and turquoise, at least with my reshade it is. It might just be my reshade mixing it up a little bit. But as for the rest, they have like weird color combinations, like orange and, what is it? Orange and more orange or something. Orange on orange is not a good look, at least I'm saying this as a ginger person with very orange hair. I do not wear orange clothes. Anyways, and then one of them is also green and blue, which is just not a good color combination either, at least not to me. Like, yeah, I don't like those two colors together, so this is the only one that I can sort of tolerate. And I just really need more toddler beds or toddler swatches or something. Toddler swatches? Bed swatches? Yes. But I was inspired by this bed swatch because obviously, as it's the only one that I like, I had to kind of match the rest of the room with the bed. So we went for turquoise blue and a little bit of pink in here. You can, of course, change the colors of the blinds if you don't like pink as much, and you could turn them into like a, or make them a more neutral swatch or something. That would look kind of good in there. So one of the gray swatches, also if you're wondering where the blinds are from, they are from, I think, is it Toddler stuff pack or is it My First Pet stuff pack? I think it might possibly be My First Pet stuff pack. I think one of the selling points for me for that pack was these blinds because as a Dane, I am so used to, I'm not used to curtains. I say that having only curtains in my apartment, but generally people don't really have curtains here as much as they have blinds instead. I'm not sure why, but blinds are much more common here compared to curtains. So we didn't really have proper curtains or proper blinds before we got these blinds, and now we do with Discover University, by the way, but that's why I was really excited about these blinds because I'm just more used to blinds instead of curtains, and I think these ones look really nice. They come in a lot of different swatches too, but now because I'm trying to sell My First Pet stuff pack to you guys, because I know that it's a very controversial kind of pack, and it's definitely not everyone's cup of tea, but for me, that was one of the selling points, so I use them quite a lot, and I often get questions about where they're from, especially from console players, because they don't have access to My First Pet stuff pack, which I think is a little bit weird, by the way. I'm not really sure why that is, so is it even planned that they're going to get access to it? If any of you know, please let me know, but I don't really know. So for the mom's bedroom, I decided to not give her a double bed because it was taking up way too much space in here. Instead, she has her own little study area, so I moved the laptop from the dining room or the dining area. The dining table is not really an area, it's just a table, but anyways, I took the laptop from the table and put it in here instead. So she has her own desk, she has a walk-in closet and a mirror, a bed obviously, and I just made sure that she had her own little private space, so if she wants to make her or do her homework in peace, she can do that in her bedroom, which I know is not optimal, but it's a tiny house. There is no room for a study or a library or anything like that, an office. She has to do it in her bedroom instead. That is how it is sometimes. So for the front yard and also the backyard, I didn't really know exactly what to do. All I knew was that I wanted to keep the front yard very open, and I wanted to use the rocks from the World Objects catalog. As you can see, I've already placed them down, kind of like forming a path or shaping a path to the backyard. And other than that, for the backyard, I knew that I just wanted there to be a lot of activities for them to do. So I think they ended up with both a pool, there's also a kiddie pool for the toddler, and what else do they have? I think they have a couple of plant pots, possibly also a grill and a dining table with enough chairs for them to have some friends over or possibly family members or something. So just, I always place down a grill when in the backyards of my builds. I just like to give my Sims grills. Not really sure where that's coming from, but maybe it's because I like grill food. Maybe it's because we used to grill when I lived at my dad's house. But it's just it's a very cozy thing to have, I think, especially during the summer months. It's really nice to be able to grill together. So I just like to give my Sims grills, and they often have those standing in the backyard. So this house is no exception. And there's also a couple of high chairs, or just one high chair. So there's a high chair in the backyard, and also one in the dining room / kitchen / common room, because it's one room and it's very tiny. Did you notice I put the TV on top of the mini fridge, by the way? So they do have a TV, which is basically their only living room object. They don't really have a couch or anything like that, but that's because I wanted to keep this a tiny house. And I also wanted to make sure that the 2 bedrooms were not too small. So I just didn't have enough room to actually make a proper living room. Also, I know that some of you guys are going to ask about the second story, because technically there is a second story in this house. There is a second floor, but I decided to not put a staircase to the second floor. Also because I couldn't expand it, because then the house wouldn't be a tiny house anymore. It would be a small home, I think it's called. So if I had to expand it, to be able to put because, okay, it's only it's only 2 tiles deep, the second story. So if I had to place a staircase to the second story, it would take up at least 3 tiles, which means that it would basically be like the rest of the space that I could utilize on the second floor would be very, very narrow, and I would not be able to put anything up there, like, except maybe a bookcase or something. So I decided to just leave it be, ignore the fact that there is a second story, but I really wanted it to be there because I think it makes the house look better from the exterior, so that's why it's there, but it's not usable for anything. It's just taking up 8 tiles basically. So just, if you were wondering, it's just for decor purposes. You can't really use it for anything. Of course, if you don't really care about the features or the if you don't have tiny living as well, you can always just expand it and then somehow manage to fit in a staircase leading to the second floor, and you can turn that into another bedroom or something, but I decided not to do that, just so you know. However, it should be possible to do that if you want to, so just in case some of you guys are a bit like, what about the second story? You have another 8 tiles up there. It's just because the staircase would basically, it would both take up 3 tiles on the second story, plus the one that your Sims walk up, like, you know, the landing basically, like the landing tile. So when your Sims walk up the stairs, they need a free tile at the end of the stairs or at the top of the stairs. Plus, it also takes up 4 stairs at the bottom, so that's already 8 tiles gone. So I just kind of made the decision that it's not worth it, but you can do that if you want to. If you don't care about the benefits of having a tiny house, for example, just expand it a little bit and it should be possible. Anyways, we are basically about done with the backyard. I think I'm just placing down a couple of lamps just to make sure that it's not completely dark at night, and that is about it. So if you guys like this house, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!
Lost again, going back around, dreaming of a time when I get things right. Lost in the shadows of a million stars.